What's up, YouTube? Northwest Farm Dad. Today, the Beck Boots paid for themselves through some injury prevention for my daughter. So, if you've seen some of my earlier videos, I'm a big fan of Beck Boots. These are my daughters. I got them for her after she was just going through areas, like after a couple of months. They were just falling apart. So we got her Becks about 6 months ago, and they've been absolutely fantastic. So what happened today was she was riding in a barrel race. Her horse's front shoe came off, and when it came off, it actually flung up and it hit her here and here. So this is where the horseshoe just kind of came around and went whack whack. One of the things that I've talked about, and I've shown in a previous video, is that Beck Boot uses a very, very heavy leather for the counter. That's what the back of the boot is called. It's called the counter. They don't use plastic. They don't laminate things. It's a very, very heavy material here. And like, you can't, if you try and push on it, like, it does not give. It's a super strong leather back here. Really well made. And the counter goes up really high on the boot. If you look at a lot of other Western boots, you'll see where the counter is smaller, it's shorter. It definitely gets softer up here, and she felt here when the shoe hit her. But in looking at her, she's got a small bruise here, and that shoe came off so fast that after it hit her boot, it actually flung up in the air above her head and then landed in the arena. So I'll show you the video of that here in a second. But I would expect on a lot of other boots, this is not as solidly built. This doesn't go up as high. I think she probably would have been hurting and limping today if she hadn't had her Becks on. They definitely saved the day today. So another great thing to say about Beck Boots. We're big fans, and I will continue to buy from them. All right, so here's the run. This is her riding Hot Sauce. So Hot Sauce is her backup horse. He's still fast, but he's about a quarter second off of her other horse's time. Still a great horse. He's got room to improve, but they're doing good. It's right about here that the shoe comes off. So let's look at that slow-mo. You can see the shoe right there behind her saddle. It flies up and takes a nice trip. So the horse's back foot actually pulled that front shoe off, but it came off with enough heat to hit her boot hard and then ricochet up in the air higher than she and her horse. So that's some heat. So this is a video that I made about a pair of Tecovas that I had when the counter had failed. So Tecovas, along with many other mass-produced boot manufacturers, use thinner leather on the counter, and they use it's a plastic cup insert on the back. And just what you can see from this earlier video that I made is that it's just much more malleable, it's much softer, and it offers less protection for that heel and Achilles area if you're riding. So had she been wearing a different manufacturer's boot, I'm confident that she would have been hurt. She would have had injuries to her Achilles or her heel. So I cut those boots in half after that first video I made of them. This is what the inside of that counter looks like. 2 layers of thin leather with that plastic in between. These boots were a little under 6 months old when they failed, so you can see that plastic counter just sort of came apart. That was what I was feeling before I took them apart, but that's essentially what would have been protecting her heel if she had any, not just Tecovas, I don't mean to rag on them, Ariats, you name it, that's what you're going to find with that commercial boot. So Beck Boots, good job, happy customers, thanks for keeping my kids safe today.